Get a wiggle on, America! Hope everybody out there this morning is having a ducky morning! The date is Friday, September 17th, 1920, and today we've got a loaded radio broadcast to start off your morning. I'm Andrew McGinnis, and this is my co-host, Joseph Henryson.
Thanks, Old Sport. Today we're going to be helping you know your onions, including coverage about a new product revolutionizing the nation today, and later we're going to cover everyone's favorite topic, sports!
Gee, how about them Yankees?
But first, the coverage of the horrible attack that happened yesterday in Manhattan.
Yesterday, at about noon or so, tragedy struck New York City. A horse-drawn wagon was strolled straight into the middle of Wall Street during lunch hour. All seemed normal at first.
What the hundreds and thousands of citygoers around didn't know was that the wagon was struck full of dynamite.
How much dynamite?
Nearly 100 pounds.
Good God.
The wagon exploded right there on Wall Street. Eyewitnesses say that the wagon and horses were reduced to smithereens.
Reports say 30 people have died so far, with as many several hundreds more injured, many severe. What a tragic event indeed. Here to address this further is, President Wilson himself. Mr. President, take it away.
Thank you, gentlemen. It is such an honor to be on such a pristine radio show.
Good sir, the honor is all ours.
My fellow Americans, following the events of yesterday, we have to move forward as a nation. It is my understanding that the unforeseen acts committed were by none other than Italian anarchists agitated by our capitalist ways. As it stands, this attack is the largest terrorist attack of our nation has ever seen. For the families of those affected by this tragedy, I mourn for you. Do not fear the future of our nation, for we will prevail. We will rid this beautiful country of the poor saps that choose to oppose us. At the end of the day, we are a nation of nations, one that will always remain on top, and we will prevail. Thank you, and God bless America.
And thank you for being here, Mr. President. Coming up is the sports section of our broadcast. But first, a message from our sponsor. We'll be right back. Let us say accident should happen at workplace. Yes, you are bleeding. Very bad, very bad. But first aid kit, nowhere to be found. We have not produced those yet. There's one 50 miles away. What are you expected to do about your bleeding stump of a hand? Now, get these, gentlemen. Band-aids. Band-aids, what is that you say? Now, you can take this little bit of sticky, little bit of gauze pad, and you can slap it on the stump of your arm. Now you bleed no more. No germs can get into your cut, so it is win-win. Not only do you not have to walk 50 miles for heavy first aid kit, you can keep these in your back pocket. America, this is the best thing to happen to this glorious country. Yes? Thank you for your time.
Wow, Band-Aids, and to think nowadays you can carry around handy gauze like that just in your pocket.
And it's so simple to apply too. Just rip off that seal and slap it on your wound, just like he said. These are going to end up being the cat's pajamas, man. Cat's pajamas.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite topic, sports! Andrew, what do you got for us today?
Well, Joseph, I don't know how much you've heard of it, but there seems to be a new sport on the rise.
You don't say. What's the big idea? What's this new sport called?
Get this, it's called football.
Football? We already have football. You just play it with your feet.
No, that's what soccer is. At first it sounds exactly like it, but the whole ordeal is very different. Apparently you put a team of 11 men on the field against another team of 11 men and try to march an oval-shaped ball down the field.
By God, Andrew, you don't even know what a ball is. Balls are not oval-shaped.
I agree, but it gets crazier. Apparently, to stop the other team from marching the ball down the field, you have to tackle them with your body.
Tackle them? That sounds like Americans fighting Americans. That's not very patriotic sounding to me, and quite dangerous.
I suppose you could say that, but football is being hosted by the APFA, or the American Professional Football Association, and it would seem they've just met today to finalize the teams. Here, Joseph, why don't you read off the names of the teams?
Well, I guess it's not that unpatriotic as an American name, but sure, Andrew. We've got the Akron Pros, the Buffalo All-Americans, the Canton Bulldogs, Chicago Cardinals, Chicago Tigers. That's correct. Why does Chicago always have two teams? Come on, Andrew. the Cleveland Tigers, Columbus Panhandles, the Dayton Triangles, Decatur Staleys, Detroit Heralds, Hammond Pros, Muncie Flyers, the Rochester Jeffersons, and last, but certainly not least, the Rock Island Independents. A lot of teams, however, I don't think a lot of them will stay.
That's a lot of teams there. The first game is set to be played on the 3rd of October. The Triangles versus the Panhandles.
I'm just sitting here thinking, who wanted their team to be named the Triangles?
Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. Why not the squares? Why not the circles? Who knows?
I'm going to make a bold prediction here, Andrew. You ever heard of the 18th Amendment? It's not very popular. I think that it's going to be just as popular as this new sport. Within a few years, we'll never hear this again.
Years? I give it a few months at most. There's just no way this sport is going to be safe, but I must say, I'm intrigued.
Andrew, I'm just as intrigued as you are, but that'll be it for this morning. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow.
Get a wiggle on, America!
Now, for everyone's favorite topic, we got sports! Andrew, what do you got for us today?
You're like the WWE announcer. Everyone's favorite topic! Sports!
Now it's time for everyone's favorite topic, sports! Andrew, what do you got for us today?
Why are you still screaming it?
Now for everyone's favorite topic, sports!
No, you can't scream it.